Hello everyone. In a time when conventional treatment often falls short, a silent revolution in healing is taking place through breath. Today, we will explore a powerful system, Kumbhak therapy, that's brought lasting changes to people with chronic and unresolved illnesses. Today, we will delve into the scientific basis, the spiritual depth, and the vision behind Avisa healing. To guide us through this process, we have with us Swami Sri Rajvibhu, the founder and visionary behind Avisa healing. Namaste, Swamiji. Thank you for being with us today. To understand the depth of the practice in the best possible way, we first need to understand the man. Let's begin today's interview by knowing the story behind your transformation into a Kumbhak yogi and what changes in your life caused you to Ashtang Chikitsa.
So the changes in life, huh? We want to describe these things in a very technical manner. So usually what happens whenever the birth of a person has to happen, there has to be a downward flow of energy in a human system. This is called as apana. Through apana, when the puberty starts, the menstrual flow also starts downwards and the sperm production and the flow starts becoming downwards. Now, downward is the direction of life where if the energy is flowing downwards, then you experience life. Life is all about experiencing various facets of it. But think about it, the downward flow just reverses. Starts going up. Whatever you have found interest in life in the yesteryears, suddenly it gets disassociated, disconnected. You get disconnected from the very downward flow of energy and the process of life. So interesting things becomes uninteresting. You can see things which is not possible otherwise. So there was a time when this downward flow of energy just reversed for me. That time is called, or it can be called as Shaktipat, which is a cultural connotation to this kind of transformation. We also call it by other names, Kundalini, Jagran, and so on and so forth. I don't want to put any tag on. I'm describing it in a very practical and a technical manner. So that transformation where my energy started going upwards, I became Swami. Now, what other things it brought about from that time is ability to see things the way it is happening. Usually, we are not able to see things very clearly. Our perception is masked by our prior prarabdha or karma. The way we see the world, it is because of the colored glass we are wearing, that colored glass of karma. So everybody experiences life in a different manner because they have a different colored glass. Suddenly the glass got removed for me and I started looking the world the way it is. So that actually made me see things clearly. Along with it, that also helped me see what is required at this point of time. At some point of time in the past, when the food was not available for everybody, providing food was the biggest seva, the work that you can do for humanity, the biggest work that you can do for humanity used to be providing food. Now, at this point of time, everybody is getting food. Nobody is hungry. But what they are struggling with is their health. A poor person, a rich person, a person with power, no power. What are they struggling with? They are struggling with health. This I could see. And that actually pushed me to looking at the fundamentals of life. And then this discovery of Kumbhak happened. Although the mention of Kumbhak is there in our ancient texts, but for me, the word was I discovered later on.
Hmm.
I discovered the process
First.
first. And in searching for the name for that process, I
Came across.
bounced upon ancient text which stated Kumbhak. So I said, okay, Kumbhak, this is Kumbhak.
Is there a particular life event that you could associate with the change?
Yes. 2009 and a particular day which was in January. It is also known as Thai Pusam in southern India. That particular, after the Uttarayana, when Uttarayana happens, the Purnimashi which happens after Uttarayana, that day suddenly something happened to me. I was searching for I was actually trying to decode life from my childhood because there was an incident where I actually lost my right eye. I was into sports.
I've read about it. You had an accident in the Ranji Trophy, I believe.
No, I was preparing for Ranji Trophy.
Okay, cricketer.
Cricketer, yes. So I got an accident with my right eye, and the lens had to be removed. Now, the biggest strength for me was my coordination of hand and eye,
Right.
and I lost that. My 3D vision became 2D. If you close your eyes, you'll not be able to even put both the fingers at the right place. It gets 2D, it becomes 2D.
Yeah, right.
I lost the biggest
Asset.
strength of my life. And it took me a few years to actually realize that because I was going through eye surgery every alternate year. 3 times it happened, and then it actually didn't shook me at that time because I couldn't accept it. But slowly it took over. In few years, I could actually see that I have lost the biggest strength of my life. Now, what am I supposed to do in my life now? Because studies and education didn't find any interest at that time. I didn't find interest in those things. Sports was my love, and I lost it. So slowly I got into deep depression, even to an extent of suicidal tendency and mental breakup. You can call it whatever, acute dementia. Somehow I sailed through it, but then this question lasted in me and it was lingering on. What is this life all about? So I started searching for it. Wherever I could. Whosoever person I thought can give me an answer, I would travel with that person, go to that person, do whatever the person says. Somebody said, read Gita, I did that. Somebody said, okay, don't do anything spiritual because spirituality is just hoax. So I did that. I did whatever I got upon myself. So, but you know, a path where there is no clear roadways. It's a subtle dimension. You don't see it. You can see the body, but you can't see why the body is happening. The reason cannot be seen. So if the reason cannot be seen and you can't see that ecosystem of reason, that space of reason, what direction you are going, you don't know. That is why if you are treading a path where the whole environment is non-friendly, you need a guide. I didn't have a guru, but I started searching for it. And after 25 or so years of search, I didn't find anything. I didn't find the answer to my question. I did heartbreaking sadhanas, but nothing happened. And one fine day, I dropped everything. I got frustrated, in utter frustration. I was in a state of complete openness, and then it happened. Something that descended upon me, which was bigger than what I could expect, why, what I could comprehend. For 3.25 months, I was a zombie, a dead person walking, completely disconnected from the process of life. But then my vision was on. I could see things which nobody else could see.